This is Rossiter interviewing Larry Houston at the June 2017 San Fernando Valley Comic Book Convention. So now, what was the first comic book that you worked on?
The first comic book I worked on would have been with Roy Thomas on All-Star Squadron. I was one of the inkers on working for him. Cool. That was the first one.
Cool. What was it like to work on that?
Oh, it was exciting. I mean, I was working on all these classic comic book characters from the Golden Age, and I got a chance to ink them and draw them and stuff, and it was great. I didn't pursue it because I had a lot of work in animation during the X-Men and Spider-Man and Amazing Friends and stuff, so that's why I didn't pursue it anymore.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay, and so did you ever get a chance to work with the DeLuise family or meet them at all?
No, I didn't directly, but I had friends that were working at DIC that were working with him and John Candy and all the rest of the comedians on a show when I was directing the show called Karate Kid, and they were doing Camp Candy, and I kind of saw them wandering around the studio, but I never got a chance to work with them directly.
Oh, okay, but you must have worked with a lot of other people, though. Could you please name some of the people who you've worked with?
You're testing my memory. I'm an old guy here, you know. My best memory would be like I met Lucy Liu was one lady. Worked with Brock Peters. Worked with the lead actor who played in Karate Kid, Ralphio, and the old guy who played Miyazaki.
Pat Morita.
Pat Morita. Yeah.
Oh my! What was he like? What was he like?
Oh, he was a lot of fun. He always had a lot of jokes. Because basically, I worked with him in the sound booth because we were recording the shows, and that's where we would get a chance to talk to all the actors and stuff. One that I remember was Mortal Kombat, the bad guy from Mortal Kombat. He was a voice on Johnny Quest when I produced Johnny Quest. He had a great villain voice, you know.
Cool.
Oh, the guy from Miami Vice, the lead actor. Yeah,
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
Yeah.
When I was the director on the G.I. Joe movie. He played Duke's son. So I remember that look from working on that. So I worked with Don Johnson before.
Oh, cool.
And I got like 20, 30 years of actors I've worked with here. And unfortunately, I'm 62 years old. I can't remember them all.
See, Ann Miller, the 1940s dancer, did you ever work with her or meet her at all?
But I have friends that did, but I didn't work with them directly, no.
Okay, very nice. And here's the last question. Out of all the projects that you've worked on, which one is your favorite?
Oh, by far is the X-Men. The X-Men show, when we came out with it in 1992, was the best project I ever worked on because I was able to produce the show I wanted to do. The show, Fox had no idea what the X-Men were. They had no idea what the mutants were. They had no idea of what it was all about, so I didn't get micromanaged. And so I was able to produce a show that I wanted to do and put a show that if I was a fan watching the show, this is the show I wanted to do. And so I got a chance to we had no guarantee it was going to go past 1 year. So we made sure that first season was like going to be balls out, make it work, do the best I can. And basically after that year, we all had our resumes out. We were going to look for another work.
All right.
They said, guess what? You guys got picked up. And then it went on for another 4 years.
Okay.
So that was it. I mean, so that's my best show was the X-Men by far.
Very nice. Well, thank you for allowing me to interview you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Well, there you have it. That was Rossiter interviewing Larry Houston at the June 2017 San Fernando Valley Comic Book Convention.